This is a highly developed alien civilization. They travel through the universe with impunity, picking planets that are rich in resources, and drain them dry, in order to strengthen their own power. 20 years ago, they sent their pioneers to Earth, and the humans won big. They used the technology left behind by the aliens to build an advanced defense system for Earth, and built several defense bases in the solar system. But today, the alien captives in Area 51 suddenly became excited. In the last 20 years, there's never been anything like it. David was sent on a mission to go immediately to Central Africa to find out. There's a ship that landed 20 years ago, the only alien ship that landed, right underneath the ship, and there's a mark left by a drilling machine. Upon entering the interior of the ship, David found that the system had activated itself, and sent a distress signal to the outer solar system. The location of the Earth had been completely exposed, and all the civilians who had contact with the aliens, all have seen a circular symbol in their minds. At the same time, in the sky above the lunar base, a giant vortex appeared without warning. The base immediately sounded a red alert. The next second, a spherical ship slowly appeared from the center of the vortex. It was highly similar to the circular symbol. David thought that the design and technology of this ship, it was very different from the alien civilization that attacked Earth. But having learned from the last one, the leaders of the nations agreed to a preemptive strike. The spherical device was successfully shot down. It crashed in a crater on the back of the moon, but no sign of life was detected. Against the objections of his superiors, David followed the exploration team to the crash site. Here, they found a tractor with a white sphere. David intended to take it back to Area 51, but at that moment, a huge alien ship slowly emerged. The ship was 4,800 kilometers in diameter. This volume is 10 times larger than 20 years ago. A powerful gravitational force ripped through the entire moon. For a while, the moon's surface was dusty. Meteorites rose up in the air. In the nick of time, Jack and his team managed to grab the tractor, but the shuttle also suddenly lost control. The base immediately activates its laser cannons to counterattack. But the alien ship had a strong shield. The human weapons had no effect at all. As soon as the alien ship's energy had gathered, the heavy weapons were immediately activated. And then they destroyed the AP defense system. Such a powerful alien civilization, humans are no match for them. Luckily, David and his group were hiding under the ship. They were safe for now. But the Earth is not so lucky. Everywhere the ship went, instantly turned into ashes. Jack and his group used the gap of gravitational gyrations, successfully escaped the danger. Finally the ship sucked the Earth tightly, covering the entire Atlantic Ocean. The East Coast was devastated by the disaster. The president saw this and immediately rushed to the base, locked himself in the laboratory, had a face-to-face meeting with the aliens. After seeing the circle symbol, the aliens became more excited. In the nick of time, Old Ma drew his double knives, stabbed into the back of the alien. At the same time, the aliens used the plasma drill, began to attack the bottom of the sea. The drill hole was 16 kilometers in diameter. David suddenly realizes, the aliens were targeting the core of the ocean floor. Once the core is destroyed, the Earth's magnetic field will immediately disappear. When the atmosphere evaporates, will destroy all life on Earth. But David speculated, if the ship is really a honeycomb structure, there must be a queen bee in the center. If we destroy the queen bee, they'll destroy all the aliens. They plan to use bombers with cold fusion warheads, so they can destroy the queen bee. Time is running out. All pilots are ready to go. They are determined to fight the alien civilization to the end. In the face of the aliens' fierce attack, numerous fighters have fallen one after another. Kai immediately commanded the fleet, adjust the formation. Then the whole group dives down. They had to make sure that the bombing team, into the interior of the alien mothership. But at that moment, the swarm of fighters attacked them. After a fierce battle, the bombing team used the gap in the side of the ship. They managed to enter the interior of the alien mothership. But what they didn't know was, this was a trap set by the aliens. The engines of all the fighters failed at the same time. They used advanced technology. To freeze all the nuclear warheads. At the critical moment, Kai decided to risk his life. He asked headquarters to detonate the nuclear bombs manually, but they still underestimated the aliens' defensive capabilities. The power of the bomb was instantly defeated by the energy shield. Now the last hope. All that was left was this spherical device. The doctor immediately grabbed the cutter. Without saying a word, he just cut it. But the solid iron door still does not budge. In desperation, the doctor found a 20-year-old laser gun. Iron door was really easy to cut open. A white sphere broke through the door. The white ball even spoke. It turns out that thousands of years ago, the predators destroyed their planet in the same way. destroyed their planet. As the only survivors, the White Sphere had the technology of an entire civilization, capable of creating a secret weapon powerful enough to defeat the Marauders. But they didn't have much time left, because when it was activated just now, the Queen Bee had already detected its location, and she was on her way. The crowd was dumbfounded. Only David calmly came up with a good idea. He plans to hide the white ball in the containment room, and then put the signal transmitter on a tractor full of cold fusion nukes, and then lure the Queen Bee into no man's land. Once she gets close to the tractor, she'll use the shield generator to detonate the bomb. That way, the Queen is destroyed, and the base won't be damaged. But now there's another problem. Since they destroyed the satellite, so someone has to do it manually. It's suicide. But in the face of the fate of mankind, what's a personal sacrifice? Former President Tom has already put on his flight suit. He says he's the best man for the job. He's going to do what he did 20 years ago, to be a man who will be remembered forever. The pilot woke up from his coma to find war all around him. There were aliens everywhere. He quickly untied the rope, dives under the water. He held his breath for 3 minutes. This is how he escaped the search of the aliens. Inside this huge alien ship, with a perfect ecological circulation system. And then, a few people broke into the central area. They were going to steal the alien fighter. Jack, in order to buy time for everyone, Jack took the initiative to say hello to the aliens, and also left evidence of their visit here. This operation successfully angered the aliens. At the critical moment, Kai successfully activated the alien warplane, in time to help Jack out of danger. After a thrilling chase, several people successfully escaped, and at this time the base was facing the attack of the Queen Bee. This will be the final battle for the survival of human civilization. Thousands of swarm ships swarmed on them, heavy weapons and impenetrable shields. The humans are defenseless, but Tom is on his way, just a little longer, and we may have a chance to win. And Patty is right behind him, and personally escorting her father, with his daughter covering his back. The president successfully entered the Queen Bee's mothership. Then David activated his shields. The president did not hesitate to detonate the nuclear bomb. But just as he was about to cheer, the turrets fell with a crash. The aliens were still fighting. That means the Queen Bee wasn't destroyed. The Queen Bee slowly rises from the rubble. The weapons hit her hard shield. It didn't work at all. With a flick of the Queen Bee's tentacles, she could easily destroy the plane. The school bus driven by David, at the feet of the Queen Bee. With David in danger, Patty intensifies her attack. She concentrates her fire on the Queen Bee's face. Finally, her shields are broken, but her plane was also hit by the tentacles. Patty was spinning in the air. Luckily, she was quick, even after activating her ejection seat. But that's not all. The Queen Bee was coming at Patty again. At a critical moment, Jack arrived just in time. He worked with Kai and Charlie to destroy the Queen Bee's weapon. Then the Queen Bee gave her signal. Numerous enemy planes gathered around. A strong protective shield is formed. They are slowly approaching the base. The Queen Bee climbs to the roof of the building. A punch broke through the concrete slab. She got the white sphere. The critical moment. Patty quickly turns on the thrusters. They went into fusion mode, instantly disrupt the array of the alien fleet. At the same time, Kai discovered the Queen Bee's weakness. On the tentacles of her back, the family firepower. They attacked the tentacles with a fierce attack. As they ran out of ammunition, the Queen Bee was also on her deathbed. Her true form came out of her shell, and finally collapsed in the desert. The death of the Queen Bee. All the aliens lost their ability to fight. The drills over the Atlantic stopped. Once again, the human race was victorious, and the white sphere is still intact. With its help, the technology of human civilization will be improved again. In the near future, humanity will realize the technology of interstellar travel. If you like to see more exciting movie stories, please also subscribe to my channel.